The clash of the Saturn Vue. The air in the courtroom was thick with the scent of old wood and the heavy weight of legal disputes. At the center of this storm were two women who had once shared a bond of friendship, now severed by the metallic ghost of a 2004 Saturn Vue. The case, number 3148, was more than just a disagreement over a vehicle. It was a tangled web of expectations, misunderstandings, and the harsh reality of as-is transactions. Alana Jr. stood behind the plaintiff's podium, her posture reflecting a woman who worked hard to flip cars and earn extra money. Beside her sat the defendant, Carla Walsh, whose expression was a mixture of frustration and defiance. Between them stood Carla's son, a young man caught in the crossfire of his mother's legal battle. The Honorable Judy Justice presided over the bench, her sharp eyes scanning the documents before her. She began by addressing Ms. Junius, seeking to establish the nature of her business. Alana explained that she bought cars from auctions, marketplace, or neighborhood acquaintances. She would have them inspected by her mechanic of over 20 years, fix what she could, and then sell them for a small profit. It was a modest side hustle intended to provide a hot meal for those in need, a mission that had originally brought the two women together near a homeless shelter. "And this car," the judge asked, "the one you sold to Ms. Walsh? Was it a 2005 model?" "It was a 2004, ma'am," Alana corrected. Carla Walsh chimed in, "It is a 2003, ma'am." The confusion over the year was the first sign of the chaotic nature of their deal. The judge requested the title to settle the matter. The document confirmed it. A 2004 Saturn Vue, purchased in August of 23. The story unfolded of how the two met. Alana had been volunteering, distributing food to the homeless, when she met Carla coming out of a building. They became friends, and by September, the conversation turned to a car purchase. While Carla insisted the original agreement was for a Chevy Impala, a car she claimed ran perfectly, the reality was that she had taken possession of the Saturn Vue. The price was set at $3,000. Carla argued it should have been $2,800, contingent on repairs to the front wheel alignment and tires. She produced an auto agreement, a rough draft she called garbage, which lacked the specific name of the vehicle but bore her signature and a payment schedule, $130 bi-weekly starting in October. The judge was not easily swayed by the bait and switch argument. "You are a grown woman," she noted. "You signed the documents. You knew what you were buying." The tension escalated when the timeline of possession was questioned. On September 28th, both women had gone to the Department of Motor Vehicles. Carla had signed the necessary paperwork to put the title in her name, acknowledging Alana as the lien holder since the full amount had not been paid. "I don't care what kind of scam the two of you are pulling on the tax department," the judge remarked, noting a discrepancy where the title claimed only $100 was owed. "I want you to not waste my time anymore telling me that there was a bait and switch." Carla's son was called to testify. He worked for Caterpillar in Lafayette, Indiana, and lived with his mother. He testified that he had driven the Saturn to work for 2 weeks, starting on October 1st. Before that, he used Uber or Lyft because he had been told the car was undrivable and needed work. This testimony provided a crucial link. If the car was being driven to work by the son on October 1st, it meant the vehicle was in their possession and functional enough for a daily commute. Yet, no down payment of $300 had been made, and no monthly payments had followed. The conflict reached its peak when Alana repossessed the car from the son's place of business. Carla was outraged, claiming Alana had no legal right to take it since the title was in her name. She had even threatened Alana with charges of grand theft auto in their text exchanges. In those messages, Alana had been clear. "I told you that it needed a new tire, a wheel alignment, and bearings. Once again, you gave me no money down and no money at all, and you're driving around in my car. So who should be suing who?" Carla continued to insist that the contract was manipulated, that the Saturn was junk and trash, and that her son had actually been driving the Chevy Impala to work, a claim that contradicted the physical reality of the repossession. The judge looked at the evidence. The signed title at the DMV, the son's testimony about a commute, and the lack of any financial transaction to support Carla's side. The Saturn Vue, despite its mechanical flaws, had been the vehicle at the heart of their signed agreement. As the proceedings drew to a close, the lesson was clear. In the world of used cars and private contracts, the written word and the signatures on official documents carry a weight that friendship cannot easily offset. The garbage contract, as Carla called it, was the very tether that bound her to the debt. The case served as a reminder that transparency and honesty are the only ways to navigate the complexities of commerce, especially among friends. The courtroom fell silent as the final words were spoken, leaving behind a story of a friendship lost over 4 wheels and a disputed title, reminding everyone that in the eyes of the law, the truth is often found in what is signed, not what is said.